Hi all. Hi, good evening all. For a couple of minutes, and then we'll start the session. Hi, good evening all. Warm welcome to the session. Guys, this is going to be the session number two. That is for Gen AI, the generative AI. So it is a free webinar, friends. Before moving on to the session, right? So let's discuss. Like in the previous class, we have discussed how the Gen AI is shaping, means how it is affecting our complete like structures in the air in the field of IT, right? So nowadays the generative has taken a lots of boom, and it's like ruling the world like anything, right? So that is what we have seen in the last session. Just give me a moment. Let me share my screen. I hope my screen is visible, friends. Yes. So warm welcome to the session two. So let's have a short recap of what we have gone through in the last session. So in the last session, we had gone through the introduction of Gen AI, what is Gen AI, and what are the different uses of Gen AI, the roadmap, key applications, deep code. So we have what are the different tools that are applicable for Gen AI and how well we are able to use those tools, right? And also I have executed a code where we can scrape different job opportunities of different companies across the world, or else we are giving the location, it's going to give you different job opportunities from the past 6 months. So this is what we have seen in the last session, guys, right? So let's have a short recap. So most of the last session, I can say that some of you were unable to join, or there was some issue. So now we'll be having a short recap. So those who have missed the session can now let's they can now just again have a look into that. So fine friends. So coming to the generative AI. So in short, we call it as Gen AI, right? So Gen AI is a branch, can say a kind of a subset of your AI itself. So most of you people will be having what is this AI, what is ML, what is this generative AI. So fine friends, if you're talking about this generative AI, if you're talking about then let's go with the normal ML. So ML we call it as machine learning. Okay. So in machine learning, what we generally do is we are going to predict based upon based upon the previous results. So there we are going to predict and get the results out of it, right? And that is like we are learning from the like examples, and from there we are going to train our model and we're getting our results. And coming to AI, so artificial intelligence is where we are going to give we are going to give the intelligence to our system, right? So that is why it is called as artificial intelligence. That means, for example, let me take an example of a car, right? If you want to go with a self-driving vehicle, so friends, what you'll be doing there? So if you're going with a self-driving vehicle, friends, so generally, what we generally do there is, normally, if you want to drive it manually, first we'll be applying the brakes. Okay, we'll be taking the steering out the control, and we have to apply the clutch. Or else if it is a gearless, means only acceleration and brake, and in the cruise mode. So these are the different things what a person does when the person is driving a vehicle manually. But the same thing, if you want a machine, that is, if you want it to be done autonomously, that is what we call it as autonomous driving vehicles. So there is where we are applying our intelligence, right? So that is the best scenario or the best example there, where I can tell you that we call it as a artificial intelligence. We are training a piece of metal. Generally say it is a piece of metal only, right? Because the systems what we are using a piece of metal, we are inducing some intelligence information into it. So because of that, it's working accordingly, right? Now, the same way, what is generative AI? So, generative AI is ahead of that. So, the first version, what we have done, the first version, we are inducing the intelligence. So, in the first version, we are inducing the intelligence. So, friends, please mind my my writing is not so good, so don't mind. So, in the intelligence, we are inducing it. Okay, that is what we call it as AI. But here is you're just going to take our inputs, okay, and act accordingly. So it's like traditional AI, what we call it as. But coming to this generative AI, this, the name itself, it has generating things. Okay, this is going to generate new things. So what are the new things it can generate? So so this, if you are implementing this generative AI into any systems, it can generate its own content. So for example, if you want to create your own content for academics, okay, just we have to give a prompt and it is going to generate the content accordingly, right? And also, if the generative AI, it's going to again generate, it's like depend, means like we have different use cases. You want to generate a text, if you want to generate a speech, if you want to generate a video, if you want to generate audio. So all these things are being generated by this generative AI. The term itself, it explains that, right? So that is what is the difference between your ML, your AI, and your generative AI. Right, friends? Hope you might have understood. Now let's go to the next slide. So that's what is it's given here, friends. So let's say, so AI is like creating the intelligent machines. So the best example is we can say cars, autonomous cars. Okay, second one, if you're talking about the machine learning, so it is learning from the examples, and based upon that it's going to give us the prediction, and like whatever we want to predict, maybe the sales details or maybe the positions, whatever you want to predict, that is being able to be done with the help of the machine learning. And if you want to create a new generate a new content, whatever the content may be, speech, audio, video, whatever it is, so that is called the generative. Hope I'm clear here, right? Now, friends, next move on to the next slide. So that's what the same slide here. So, machine learning versus AI versus generative AI. So machine learning builds upon the foundation laid by the data science. So friends, all these branches are interconnected. Whether you call it as data science, machine learning, deep learning, AI, generative AI, all these are interconnected. Or else we can say each one is a subset of the other, right? So the basic of all these things is like right now we have started from the machine learning. So machine learning, what it is going to do is going to learn the patterns. Okay, so based upon the patterns, it's going to go with the predictions of its own. It's going to make predictions of its own. Okay, and from that, like what are the use case you want to use? Maybe a customer churn ratio, or else if you want to identify any fraud transactions, right? So these things can be done with the help of the machine learning. And talking about the artificial intelligence, just now, that is a traditional AI, I generally call it as, we call it as, okay. So those AI, the traditional AI is going to mimic the human capabilities. Means the things what the human is, like the person you are able to do, right? The same thing can be done by a piece of, that is a machine, whether it can be a robot, whether it can be a self-driving vehicle, or whatever it is. It's able to do the work, right? So so what is so specific, means what is the speciality of this generative AI? Yes, friends, generative AI is kind of advanced version compared to your AI, right? So here, if you want, let us say, let me give you an example here, friends. So if I want to find out any fraud transactions, okay, so the company means, like if you're running it on ML, it's going to give you the fraud transaction. The same thing if you're going to run the same thing in the generative AI, what it does, you're taking the help of the LLMs, and it is able, the number of code lines are going to get reduced. At the same time, if you want to give any suggestions based upon different scenarios, see, we are going to feed the model with different scenarios, like different cases what happened in the other different other companies. So based upon the scenarios, it's going to generate a content and it's going to give us a feedback kind of a thing. I'm just giving you an example, friends. It might give you that there is if you follow these steps in future, you can find out the less number of fraudulent transactions, kind of a thing, right? Okay, so next, let's move on to the next slide. So friends, here we have the uses of generative AI. So that's what we have discussed in the last class. Let's have a quick revision also on this. So it is used for the content creation, product innovation, data analysis, personalized marketing, software engineering, virtual support, artistic endeavors, language translation, medical insights, and financial forecasting. So, friends, how is it applicable for each and every field? Let's go. Let me give an example here, friends. So, if you're going with a content creation, okay. So, if you're going with the content creation right over here, so in the content creation, if you're for this, what we are supposed to do is the content creation. So, this is helpful in the academics, okay, and the product innovation. How is it, how the Gen AI plays a role in the product innovation? So for this product innovation, what generally happens is, um, if you want to launch a new product, or else if you want to give a feedback on any product, so there is where we can make use of this generative AI, and also the data analysis. So if you have a large amount of data, okay, so you want to go with the analysis, so there is where exactly we can implement this generative AI. And personalized marketing. So this is where the personalized marketing means, friends. So we have been training the model with different use cases, and like see, we have different models also nowadays which are available. So when those that's when we want to go for the marketing. So if you want to give some, if you want some suggestions on the products what we are selling, or else what we are offering from our company side. So if you want to get suggestions, yes, generator is already always there to help you out there. And of course, the software engineering side is where we can say this is how we are going to, like this is where the place will be creating something, like creating the code. If you want to generate any code, There are some blockers, or else if you forgot some commands also, there is where it's going to help you out, this generative AI. Best example is your chat gpt. And next one is your virtual support. Yes friends, nowadays you can see, like you might be receiving even calls from like from companies. So like if you want, if the company is going to hire a person, right? So instead of HR calling you directly, the first person to contact you is from the robo voice, right? This is happening. Even I used to get those kind of calls from different companies, means from couple of companies. So now this is the trend the companies are going to follow. So before the HR is going to filter out, so the virtual chatbot, means like the virtual voice, or else I can say digital humans, are going to take control over this. Okay. And the next one is the financial forecasting. Yes, for forecasting purposes also we can make use of the generative AI. And next best thing is the medical insight, friends. So I'll tell you, when nowadays for medical field, the generative AI is in the top, and it's top of the boom. Even my companies, even my company where I've worked, it has delivered 3 or 4 projects within a span of 4 months. The span, you can just imagine how the demand is for this generative AI. Yes, we have delivered the projects on medical insights, giving some medical insights, and for symptom checkers. And also we have done like image analysis. See, when you're going for the it's like when you're dealing with the medical side, there we have to go to the CT scanning, or else maybe MRI scanning, right? So those images prior going to the doctor, so if you are feeding it to the system, and it is able to analyze and generate some content and give us some related insights, whatever the disease, or else the report is fine, whatever it is. So that is what we have automized it. So there is where generative AI is approaching in all these fields. And language translation, yes. So this is very helpful, friends, when we are going out of India. So in India also we can use it. So let us say we are not at all like, we might be having knowledge, or else we'll be able to speak 2 or 3 languages generally, or 3 languages at most. So some may be having a capability of handling 4 or 5 languages. But in India, we all know we are having 20, more than 30 languages, even more than that, if you are going locally. So for handling all those languages, this is the best way I can say, friends. You can simply go for the convert. It's like we can translate translators, and we can translate for different languages. And next is the artistic endeavors. Yes, this generative AI can create different arts, and what of the imagination you want, what is in your mind, it is able to give all those things, like it's going to put it on a paper. This, how it is going to generate, how the code is being generated, how the artist can be done, and like all these things we will be discussing today, friends. So stay tuned till 8:30. Don't leave my class. So I'll be showing you how these things can be done, how we are able to generate the art, it's like different, how AI is going to give you the output, and how the chatbot works. So all these things we'll be we'll be discussing in today's class. So please don't leave the session. Okay. Next thing is why Gen AI is important. So talking about this, so generative AI, we all know that it is. So in the traditional AI, in the last class we have discussed. So the traditional AI, for example, I'm giving an example. If you want to play a chess with like virtual, if you want to play a chess, and only you want to play with your computer itself. So the previous test, it was designed with the help of taking the help of the AI. Like if I'm making a move, maybe if I'm moving my minister, or else the queen in these blocks, so what the system should uh, make it move so that it's going to take a win over me. So this is how it's going to predict, and based upon, it is used to think as a human, and it's going to give us the output. Okay. So that used to be case of a generative, that used to be case of the traditional AI. Okay. So here I can say uh, chess. It's not writing. Okay. So you can take the example of a chess. Okay. And now, if you're dealing with this generative AI, so that's what I'm saying. So for creating a content, for imagination, whatever is in your mind, you can simply take it out, friends. Okay, you can view what is in your mind. If you want a home, if you want a picture of a beautiful home, that's what is going to generate it. Nowadays, even it is available in your Meta, that is in your WhatsApp also. You can see that. Okay, so the generator and generative AI is going to it automates the creativity and innovation of a person, and also it expands the possibilities in art, science, and business. Okay, and it helps solve the complex problems created by the synthetic data and simulations, etc. So let's see how it's going to help in those scenarios also, right? So generally, I'm telling friends, this is open to all. Generative AI is open to all. So if anyone it's not only pertain to the fields like only CSE students should be taking up this course and should be working on this. No, not at all. Entirely, the 10 years back the scenario was different. On the people who were like having a good knowledge and good logical knowledge in programming from CSE background, or sometimes from ECE background, so those people used to work in the IT sector. But now, friends, trust me, people from different backgrounds, whether it may be art, whether it may be sciences, whether it may be from even commerce background, from ECE, from CSE, mechanical, civil, all the people are working on the gen. It's like they are into the IT sector, and the turning point for them is what I say is when they have taken the course in the data science, or else when they have worked with the data science, AI, and this generative AI, ML. So this is what is now being ruled by in the world. And trust me, friends, those who have done these courses are now getting a very good packages. Can take an example of can take me as an example. I'm from EC background, and I'm getting a very good package. I can say I'm like with even with a very less number of experience also. You, if you are good enough in the country, if you are able to like think in a very creative way, if you're interested in doing a research, so all these things adds up, and you'll be having a very good package in your hand. The thing is, and mostly, friends, even if you're having a 1 year experience or 2 year experience, if you're just placing generative AI, LLMs, NLP, all these kind of keywords in your resume, sure, shortly, trust me, friends, your resume is going to get shortlisted. That's how my resume also got shortlisted, friends. There's nothing to hide here. And now I can say I'm getting a package of more than 12 LP. I can say it's a good amount, I can say, right? So friends, so that is how the genre is. If even if you're going for a very good company, they are ready to give you 12 LPA, 16 LPA also. If you're good in logic, and if you're able to apply this different logics, that's really good, friends. Now, so this is a roadmap to the different LLM. So this is what we have discussed. So right from November 22 to 24, so there has been many changes which has been occurred. So right from ChatGPT, LangChain, Llama Index. So this is how the journey of the LLM has happened. So friends, this is the AI engineering roadmap, friends. So starting with the vector database. So if you're going with, so this is the first step, we need to know what is a vector database. And next is what is a prompt engineering. So vector database is something what we call it as where we can store our vectors like the embeddings. So these things you will be able to learn very effectively once you are into the course. Okay. And next means the commands. So here it has made our life very easy. Generative AI has made our life in very easy way, just by giving a prompt in just a very simple English language. See, so previously when we are going with the coding, we used to have the C language, the C, the Java, with a much harder syntaxes, right? But that has been like a less burden. Like it was very friendly when we are dealing with the Python, right? Now this has been even got reduced So prompt engineering. So prompt engineering is a place where is a can say branch of Gen AI where if you are dealing with just like if you're able to if you're having a good English and if you're able to give good commands, so this is what is going to give you a proper output with a very low code. Okay. So next is we have the generative AI, large language models. Okay, generative AI for images, how we can generate music, how we can go with the multimodal, how we can connect the generative AI to the cloud. So multimodal in the sense, friends, the same time we can generate the text, the same time we can generate the text to speech also. So this kind means like if you are using two models or three models at a time in a code, so that is what we call it as a multimodal, right? Now companies which are dealing with the synthetic data generation, and we have image generation and transformation, digital humans avatar, image to text, and videos and 3D. So these are all the things which we are dealing with right now, friends. Okay, so music generation. For music generation, we have the mind grab, and we have different soundful. So kind of different tools what we are using. Same time for videos and 3D, we are going with avatar. So these are like some of the companies, like well-known companies, which are dealing with the image generation, transformation, synthetic data generation, and etc. Now, next is what are the key applications of the generative AI? So that is for generation, for healthcare. That is what we have just discovered, friends. Discussed, friends. For healthcare, if you want even to go with a drug discovery in the sense how the chemical formula, the chemical structure, you all know, right? So how the structure keeps on varying, and also for the diagnostic images, we can take the help of the generative AI. And talking about the education field, if you want to go with the interactive kind of a learning, there is where you can take the help of generative AI. And for entertainment, yes, for creating the music, for games and arts, so for all these purposes you can go with the generative AI. And also coming talking about the visual, that is the icon and graphics, yes, you can generate with the help of the generative AI. So friends, this is where the generative AI we can take the help of generative AI in the different fields. So for astronomy, so astronomy means what? It is a study of celestial planets. We say called as a planet studies. Okay, so if you want to generate any content, or else if you want to generate, or else if you want to just take the help of the LLMs and see what can be the position of the celestial bodies, else the planets. So there is where we can apply this. Okay, the same time healthcare we can apply the gen AI for analyzing the images and giving us a feedback. And for the transportation, so if we want for the transportation means what? See, it's not only transport in the goods. We can means like see, the transportation, we have different means of transportation: airways, roadways, cruise. So we have different modes of transportations, right? So let me give an example for going with railways. So if you want to take a look of this generative AI, is just predict, not predict. So just take a look on the railways. I mean the rails what we have. So take a look on the rails and see how uh, the quality of the rail is, or else if it has to be repaired or any repair works has to be done. So these things can be done with the help of the generative AI. Okay, and talking about this, or else if you're talking about the flights, so flight scheduling, the tracking, so all these things can be done with the help of the AI. And if you are talking about this agriculture, friends, so talking about the agriculture here also, if you want to detect what is the moisture which has been in the soil, it's like if it has to be watered, or else if you want to know more about what kind of a fertilizer has to be used, and what can be the yield of the crop, and also for how many let us say if you're talking if you are in a fruit farm. okay, like orchard. So what kind of a fruits, and we can detect if the fruit is completely ripe or else it is still raw. Okay, so whether it can be harvested or not, so all these things can be that can be done with the help of the generative AI. So in the education sector, yes, we can help students who are very some students are not too good at studying, right? So we can take the help of the generative AI tools and we can help them study and gain good marks. Okay, and what about the e-commerce? In the e-commerce field, we can predict and we can give the proper result, like how to do the marketing and the entertainment. Okay, and also the robotics. So in the entertainment field, so entertainment field is where we can generate music. We can generate new music, and also we can generate some songs, or if you want to generate any like images, we can do all these things. Okay, and for robotics, yes, robotics is a place where the generative AI has to be. So it's going to take the commands from us and it's going to work accordingly. And in the automotive, yes, for autonomous vehicles with some feedback. See, autonomous vehicles has to take care of many blocks. See, there are many blockers when we have to when you're talking about the autonomous vehicles. Why? Because it has to, and also we have to go with the vehicle to vehicle communication. There also we can make use of the Gen AI. Okay, and also for social media, for generating the blogs, and for data security we can rely on this, and also the finance, and mostly the gaming. So this is the place where we can apply the generative AI things. Now, when you're talking about these limitations and generative AI models, the business applications, so these are the different core concepts what we have in the generative AI, right? So right from the generative models, the deep learning, large language models, transformer structure. So all these things we will be implementing in the Gen AI. Can anyone please confirm, is my screen visible? Already it is in the shading mode only. I think. Yes, fine. Yes. Now, next is talking about why why the AI engineers are at most demand. So that's what we have just had a discussion, because the AI engineers has to go through a lot, friends. So we need to, like, not lot. We have to have a proper idea on how to deal with the things and how the logics are being. We'll be able to apply the logics and all. Okay, and designing and crafting prompts, so all these things we have to work accordingly, right? And also the research and development. So friends, I just trust me, nowadays the companies are establishing their own R&D labs, R&D Gen AI lab. Even in my company I have a Gen AI lab. So most of the companies are taking the steps in establishing a Gen AI lab, their own Gen AI lab. Why? Let me give you an example. So why this R&D is important, and how people are getting recruited from different fields. Please don't mind my language. I mean my writing, recruited from different fields. The answer is companies are setting up R&D labs. Why? Because, friends, this is the era of data, large data, not a small data of MBs. So large data. So if you are dealing with the large data, how large the data can be? The data can be as large as in TBs, terabytes, or even more than that, right? So how this large data can be dealt with? If you want to deal with the large data, you have to make use of GPUs, TPUs, NPU. I think most of us has knowledge on CPU. So what is CPU, friends? Can anyone please respond in the chat? The CPU is a central processing unit, you all know. So what is a GPU? So GPU is a graphical processing unit. And what is a TPU? Tensor processing unit. And what is NPU? It is a neural processing unit, friends. This is the advanced one which is being like going on. Research is being going on the neural processing unit. So why we need all these things? We need all these things because this large data has to be handled and the capacity has to be increased, right? So if you want to increase the capacity, how, like if you want, like if the companies they have to deal with the large data, what has to be done? For example, if your company is able to provide the GPU service, if you're able to provide the GPU service, then it will be easier for the companies. Like they can rely on you and they can take the help of your GPU, what you're offering, or else the models, what you're offering. So based upon that, they can, like, see, we are giving some work as a template. They can take the template, and from that template, they can keep on going with the requirements. Or else, if the client approaches us directly, we can give give the work what it has been assigned to us. So in that way, the companies are planning for the R&D in the company so that they can provide the GPU services. This has been a hot topic nowadays, friends. Trust me. So when you're going with this GPU services, when you're providing the GPU services, so for that, the person has to have a good knowledge on how to deal with the data and how to go with the research work. So this is a place where they are hiring the people from different branches, right? So this is how is being helpful for you for getting a good jobs. Okay. Now the next is a very crucial thing. So here we you need a job, you need experience for a job and job for experience. This is kind of a deadlock loop, right? Both are see. If you want see, this is what is happening here. So do you have a job? You need experience. Okay, if you're clicking on experience, it's asking for a job. So we thought that's not, it's a kind of a deadlock loop. So if you want to break the loop, you want to break this loop, what you have to do? So, friends, don't worry. Here we are there to provide you with the internship, and also we are, like, if you're based upon your performance, we are here to provide you the jobs also, right? So based upon that, you can work with us, like based upon your performance, like how you are dealing with these things. So, and you can perform well. We can offer you jobs also, okay? And you can come into this AI field. So we are there to help you grow, and we are there to guide you, friends, all the time. This is how you can, like, come with us and join us. So let's have a look into some of the wonders of generative AI. So talking about the generative AI, friends, so here in the last class also we have seen this Soundful. The Soundful is a place, like, this is an app which is like, it can generate the music of its own. So I haven't, like, we can see here, friends. So here we have different genres: hip hop, lofi, pop. Like, we have different genres. Okay. So based upon that, you can mix and match your content also. And you can generate your own. You can generate your own what we say, music. Okay. Now, if you are talking about this Codium, so Codium is like, we have the Git Copilot. Okay. Apart from Git Copilot, if you want to build your own version of your code, means code generator, that's also I'm gonna show you today. So don't leave the class, don't skip the class. Okay, just wait, keep on waiting, like within 10 minutes or so, we'll be having a look into all those things. So this is a soda. So when I'm going to play this, you can see it's looking very, very realistic, right? You can see like this is a place which is not at all existing in nature. But still, how the system has, means like how the model has generated this one. So that was done with the help of a simple prompt. How was that possible? So I have given a prompt like a drone camera circles around a beautiful historic church built on a rocky. Some kind, means like I have given some prompt over there, and I want the complete video of the 360 view. I mean, kind of like from which has been shooted from a drone kind of a view. So it has given me appropriate output depending upon the prompt what I have given there. Right. So this is how, friends, we are able to generate and also we are create wonders with the help of the generative AI. Right. And what are the different five popular applications of the generative AI text generation? So, friends, if you're going with the education, we can go with the, like if you're going with LMS, I mean, so learning management system. Else, if you want to go with any even this is applicable for company, we call it as a CRM for report analysis, report generation. So all these things can be done with the help of this like Gen AI. If you want to go, even if you want to go with the RAG system, okay, RAG means a retrieval, augmented, and generation. So if you want to go with that, also we have to take the help of the Gen AI, right? So we have for video synthesis, we have the deep, means like we have image creation. We can go with the video synthesis. We can go with the code generation. So all these things are possible with the help of a generative AI. Now, so friends, here you can see the video synthesis, which we call it as a deep fake tools. Now, how to distinguish between what is real and what is fake? It is very funny to like, so if you are taking in terms of a funny, like just for fun purpose, the deep fake is fine. We can just entertain ourselves for 1 or 2 minutes. That's totally fine. But in a real life, if this deep fake is coming into existence, what will be our future? Have you ever thought of that? Any like idea, friends? Please give me in the chat. If the deepfake tools are really coming into existence, let us say if like a video has been created or a photo image has been generated like for a person, like maybe anyone which he has never at all visited the place, but the video it shows that the person, for celebrities it is fine, totally fine, that can be just brushed aside, saying that that is for entertainment or something else. But for the common people, if the deep fake is coming into picture, what can be the future of us? So we are in a very much, like I can say, we have to be a bit what we say, have to be bit cautious about these things. Even for this kind of fake images or else the fake videos, even though we have some like softwares, we can go with software generations also. So these things comes under ethical considerations when we are dealing with the generative AI, friends. So for if a person is having a good, means like let us say a person is good at ethical hacking, like this kind of a things, right? So those people are getting a very good salary, friends, trust me, for analyzing this kind of deepfake tools. Means like to just like not analyzing the deepfake tools, we call it as a deepfake genesis or kind of that, just to differentiate between and find out, analyze whether the video is real or it is a it is a generated one. Okay. Now, so in the last class, we have gone through this chat GPT, the mid journey, okay, the GitHub Copilot. So how it is able to generate the code. I mean, the code what is required for us. We have the script, okay. Now, friends, okay. So this is what we have seen in the previous class, right? Now, friends, let me show you. Okay. So here, friends, this is what I call it as. I named it as a PyCoder, Python coder. Okay. So it was developed by means I have created this. Okay. So, friends, I'll say this is kind of assistant, a kind of a chatbot which has been created by me. And okay, let me give an example. Generator code for. So I'm just giving it a prompt. Generate a code for a Fibonacci series. So it's going to take a couple of minutes, and it's going to see this is not at all a code generator from your chat GPT friends. So this was a chatbot, a code generator which has been generated by me. So if you're like well versed with generative AI, the models what we are using, okay, so it will be able to means like you will be able to do miracles like this. You can even generate your own chatbots. Okay, it's taking a bit of time. So meanwhile, let's move on to the next tool. What I have named it as an image creator, friends. So here I have given the prompt as generate an image of a cute girl, 5 years old, and a black hair. So that is what is the prompt which has been given by me, and this is what is the reply which has been given by the image creator. So this is the image creator which I have I have created it. So I have it's like in 9 this is my email only. So I have access to this. Okay, you can see it has been used by 500 plus users. So if I'm giving it as generate image of house by pool site. I'm just keeping it simple as of now. Okay, so it's going to take some time, friends, because it's generating, so it's going to take some time. Even this one is also taking some time. Maybe my network issues or something, my bad. Okay. So meanwhile, I have let's go on to the next one. So friends, this is also the third one, the emotion detector. Means like, see, what is the prompt you're giving? Let's say this is very helpful. This chatbot is very helpful when you are analyzing the emotions of the people. Let us say if you want to evaluate the reviews given by the users or anyway, just copy and paste, and here it's going to give you what are the emotions, the sentiment analysis I can call it as. So I simply typed it as high. So what is that percentage? So disheartening it is 0%, worried 0%, curious 0, surprised, and you can see informal. Yes, friends, high simply have just it is kind of a neutral and it is informal, so it is giving me 100%. Okay, so when I said I'm good, it's also saying it as informal as 100%. But when I said you are bad, see what is it response? It's responding as disheartening 20%, assertive 30%, and informal it is 50%. So friends, this is how it works. Okay. So let give me an example of vacuum cleaner. So friends, you all know what is a vacuum cleaner, right? So if I say vacuum cleaner sucks, okay, I'm just giving it vacuum cleaner sucks, right? Now, friends, please answer in the chat whether it is a neutral or else it's gonna be a informal or it's gonna be disheartening or what. Okay, let's give an exam. I'm just giving. So it's generating. It's showing it as informal as 100%. Why? See, that's what it's saying. The phrase vacuum cleaner sucks is a playful and informal expression because that is the duty of the vacuum cleaner. It has to suck the dirt from the floor, right? But if I want to just if I want to scold my vacuum cleaner, let us say, I'll say, my vacuum cleaner sucks. Now you see the difference. It's saying disheartening is 40%. Why? Because see, that is the magic of the prompt. That is the magic of the words, friends. Just with a single word change. Here I have given it as vacuum cleaner sucks, and here it has given as my vacuum cleaner sucks. So based upon that, the sentiment analysis has been changed entirely. It is saying it is 40% disheartening, and I can say 60% it is informal, like this kind of a dissatisfaction and disappointment. But simple, that's what I'm saying. Sometimes people may not be able to analyze what the other people are talking to us the same way, right? So this, if you are able to implement it, so this is able to like think about the magic of the words and give us uh, uh, the output accordingly, right? Here I'm just giving a one line. Instead of that, you can simply copy paste a one paragraph, and depending upon that, it's going to give you whether it is assertive, surprised, or what. I'll say, oh, okay. Let's check this out. So meanwhile, let's go and check whether okay, still it's generating. I think that is it's. Yes, friends. So this one has been generated. You can see I have given the prompt as generate an image of house by a poolside. You can see. So this has been a house and by a poolside. So friends, this is how the image creator works. Or else if you want me to mm, generate an image of um, rainbow tiger, kind of, let's check this out. So meanwhile it's taking time to generate. So I've given a prompt to generate an image of rainbow tiger. Let's go back and check. So you can see, I have given, oh, it's raining heavily. So it's taken as 20% as surprised and 80% as informal. Because, and let's say what I've given, let's all run to a bus shelter, right? So it is kind of an informal thing. Let's wait for a moment. So for this rainbow tiger to get generated. So meanwhile, let me show you one code, friends. So friends, this is what is a chatbot. This is a surprise for you, friends. I've taken the help of this hugging face, and you can see just a kind of not even 25 or 30 lines, I guess. Or else you can roughly take it as 40 lines of code. But it is able to give me a chatbot, friends. For this, if you want, you can apply what we say different UI, and you can create a chatbot, right? So here I'm using with the Falcon 7B, and let's give what is let's ask a question to this. Okay, friends, it will take some time to generate, so let's wait for a moment. It's saying generative AI is a branch of AI that focuses on, I think my screen is visible. Okay, let me zoom a bit. So on creating intelligent machines that can learn from data and perform complex tasks. It uses techniques such as machine learning, natural language processing, and deep learning to generate intelligent and adaptive behavior. Okay, for more efficient and accurate manner. So this is what is the answer being given by the system, right? So likewise, if you want, you can run the model again. So it will take a bit of time because it has to be optimized a bit further, and also there is some error connection. Actually, it should be giving chance for me to ask one more question. Okay. Okay. I think it hasn't taken my prompt properly. See, rainbow colored horse. I just missed the point. Colored, right? Think there is some problem now. What happened to this? For like even for code snippets like Fibonacci code also have generated. You can see. So this is how to generate previously. Like how to write a small code. Simply you can copy the code from here just like and you can run it in your either Spider or Jupyter notebook, wherever it is, it's going to work well, right? So this is how. See, this is a code generated PyCoder. I have given it, I have named it up, I have named it. So likewise, you can create your own version of your chatbots. You can create your own version. See, now you can see, this is the magic of the prompt, I can say. I have just given it as a image of a rainbow tiger, but it didn't understand my prompt exactly. So when I said rainbow colored horse, you can see the hair of the horse now has been colored in rainbow color, right? So friends, this is how like the on it depends upon the prompt you give, and like depends on how well you are giving the prompts, and you are dealing with these things. So this is how the things work, friends. And you can see the number of lines in a code has been reduced. If and previously, if you want to take the help of, I mean, like if you want to create a chatbot, right? So you have to like take you have to write lines, thousands of lines of code. So you have to like feed the data. It should be able to generate the data, and based upon that it was retrieving the data from the chatbot. But nowadays the chatbots, even like if you have a bit of knowledge on generative AI, you are able to create the chatbots. And now once you're into the system, once you're into the company, what you have to do, you have to fine tune it, add different models which are giving you a proper like results. And if you want to train it with like different PDF documents, yes, it's going to take the unstructured data, and based upon that, if you want to get the answers, yes, it's going to give you the answers, right? Hmm. Let me show you one more example, friends, because we have 3 more minutes. Okay. Streamlit run str spi to work. Just give me a moment, friends. STR. This is. Okay, I missed the name of this. Okay then. Meanwhile, let me show you another example. Done. So friends, here we have the global job scraper, what we call it as. So here we have taken the help of these generative AI tools and all for scraping these jobs. So if I'm giving it as just give me like a Capgemini, and let's go with the location as India, or let's go with the United States. United States, and here even if you're giving some additional keywords, or else you can keep it as blank, there is no need to worry. It's going to fetch your jobs from that place. Okay. Oh, yes. So here you can see that. So almost you can see all are from the Capgemini only. So it's exactly given the jobs. Okay. The similar way we have this one more called as another job scraper. So here I've taken the help of some like API keys. So what I have done was the help of this. Okay, I've given some company name Benchmark Electronics. You can search for the jobs in the United States. So here you can see it's working, right? We have around 9 roles, and similarly we have in similar lines we have. So friends, this is how the generative AI is tuning, and else you can say it's ruling the world. And as our engineers or as our graduates or whatever the degree what we have done, right? We if we want implement it properly, simple, integrate it with the AI, the Gen AI, what we have, put those in your resume, and trust me, you will be ruling, you will be getting a very good job. I'll not say the shortcut, but the hard work as well as if you are in the interest and also the research what you do towards the generative AI is going to give you a fetch you a very good job, friends. Okay, so we can write accordingly the code, like if you want to fetch the jobs from the past 6 months, or like I'll show you. So I just wanted to show you why you might be thinking why Shri is just simply going with this job scraper, and why she is going with this work. I wanted to show you what is the demand nowadays. It has been going on for this generative AI work, friends. That is the reason why. So instead of just remove this software engineer, if you're going to keep this as AI engineer, okay. So let's take it as India only, okay. Or else if you go with the Hyderabad location, if you want to go local, take it as Hyderabad, and here, and in place of 20, give it as 50, or else we can go up to 300 also, friends. 300, and the limit here, if you want to go with 6, start scraping. So for this, I've given it for the past 6 months. Let's check how many AI engineering jobs you are able to have a look into. Let's see the Hyderabad location. Just give me 2 more minutes, friends, so that you can have a look into this and you can see with your own eyes, like what is the salary package is being offered for the AI engineering jobs. And if you can see the US, we people see most of us are saying that the recession is being going on, but we are very lucky enough. Why? Because the recession might be for the people who are for the normal software jobs, but for the Gen AI, data scientist, AI ML engineer, for these kind of keywords, the decision hasn't been impacted much. Why? Because these are all the buzzing words, and the booming career is you can see a promising career at least for a decade of for a for a 10 years or so, I can say. Why? If you can see, most of the companies or else the US is offering us the projects, okay, and they are ready to hire Indian people. Why only Indian people? Because we have a tendency to work even for more number of hours. We have the dedication in our blood, right? That's what I can observe. You can see 334 jobs just only for this role, friends. Salary source. You can see the salary types, right? Can simply see it is 9 lakh. This is a starting fresher salary. This is the maximum salary. You can see how 10 lakhs salary, starting from 3 lakhs to 10 lakhs. But friends, this is what is a salary bracket. See, you can find the date also, friends. There is nothing to hide here. I'm just going live directly because I wanted to show you what are the opportunities which are in your hand right now. See, 20th means it was posted yesterday, right? You can check the company also. Wait, there's a company name. Synopsis, Novartis, Brainwave, Apple. So you can see there are different companies which are offering a good amount, right? Even for the beginners and for experienced people. So these are the different salary brackets. You can find it out. So why not you choose this as a career for growing up, right? So friends, so this was a kind of a thing what I wanted to tell you, because now I can say the US is offering us more. Because see, for compared, the first one reason is the dollar versus rupee. For them, spending of $100, instead of $100 they're spending us $50 on us. That is a profit for them, and we are also happy with the $50 per hour, let us say. Okay, so that is how the calculation works, right? So don't worry, friends, we have a plenty of jobs, so keep on applying them. Now only you can see how many jobs you can see for AI engineer, for data science, for generative engineer. So what are the keyword you're giving, you can find it on the different in Hyderabad itself. If you're able to find these many jobs, so all over the India, you can find a number of jobs, right? So friends, so this is what I wanted to say. And in next video, we'll be having another free version, free generative AI webinar. We'll let you know in the group shortly. So in that, we'll be discussing more about the tools and how how the different companies, like how the code, like if you're from mechanical, which company will be coming forward to hire you. So like these kind of things we'll be discussing in the next video. Okay, so stay tuned, and just keep on checking the updates from our channel, right? So that's all, friends. Have a great evening. Enjoy your weekend. Bye bye. Signing off.